My name's Matt Monahan. I'm one of the owners of Other Half Brewing Company in Brooklyn, New York. We will be turning 3 years old January 30th of next year. We started out as a really small brewery. We're still relatively small, but it was me and my partner Sam, who's the brewmaster, really kind of the overall kind of patriarch of the brewery and recipe master. But him and I got started, the two of us. We have a third partner, Andrew Berman, who came on about a year and a half later. We primarily specialize in what's known in the U.S. as a Northeast style IPA. It's very different from what they're doing on the West Coast traditionally for the last 20-25 years, sometimes even longer depending on who you're asking. But we focus more so on the aroma and flavor of IPA styles, session IPAs, regular IPAs, double IPAs. We do Brett fermented IPA, but we really try to eliminate the bitterness out of beer. The style of IPA we make kind of forces us to be a very localized style, very local brewery. We don't distribute outside of New York, and we very rarely even distribute outside of New York City. There's a reason for that is that the style of beer that we make, the IPA style that we make, incorporates a lot of yeast. The yeast plays as much of a role in our beers as the hops do, and how those two interplay is a big deal for us. When you're a larger brewery and you have to focus on distribution all throughout the country or worldwide, you have to build recipes to create stable beer so that it tastes good once it arrives, despite lack of refrigeration, transport time, etc. What we do is kind of try to focus more on a community-oriented recipe. We want our beers drank that week, that day. Our can releases, we have lots of people, hundreds of people line up to drink beer that we want them to drink it that day. We want them to drink it that week, not sit on them, and 2 months later look at an Untapped review and find out that someone's drinking, a double IPA that has no nose left on it, no aroma left on it, and they've just been kind of hoarding the beer. We're trying to change that perception that IPA should be extremely localized. It's really important to us. We spend a pretty significant amount of time sourcing hops. My partner Sam is really good at doing that. We go into Yakima and visit farms. We go in the off season. We try to hang out with the ranch hands. The guys actually do the work. The farm managers. We buy from some incredible hop brokers. John Siegel at Siegel Ranch is an amazing provider of some of the best cascades, possibly the best cascades in the world. But hop-wise, we spend a lot of time focusing on sourcing the best possible crop and when that crop is harvested. So all these things kind of tie together to make our beer stand out a little differently than other people's who maybe focus on a lot of distribution. We like coming to Europe. We like coming to Italy. We spend time in the UK. This is my second time in Italy in the last 2 months because the culture is kind of similar. The food from one town to the next, 20 miles away, tastes different. We're kind of want to encourage people to understand that what we're doing in the U.S. is similar to that. Is that we're trying to develop a really localized style. Especially in the Northeast U.S., there's a lot of breweries doing this and kind of separating ourselves from the rest of the country. But we like to come here because we feel that coming from the food background, just the culture, that people understand that, and it's nice for us to get the chance to have people try our beer that we would normally never have over here. And just kind of honored to be in Italy and having the Italians tasting our beer and kind of seeing what they think, of what we're doing over in the States. But